I've heard that this is pretty common, but I don't know many other parents whose kids have been doing this. So I'm hoping that maybe someone out there will be able to give me some advice on what to do about this. My son, my 4-year-old son Dylan, likes to save trash. No, really saves trash. Here's a good example. This is something, a piece of wrapping paper. I don't even know what this came from because we didn't open any gifts yesterday, but he found this somewhere. And I said, oh, let me throw that away. And he said, no, please don't throw it away, Mommy, we need to keep it. And I said, why are you so worried about this little piece of paper? And he said, because I don't want it to have to go in the garbage truck. So he's really, really sensitive, and he's very sweet and hasn't really been a big problem. Some of the other things, like he saved this, the ticket from his shirt that he got from Old Navy. Oh, but he also saves these. This is, you know, the little plastic that goes through that attaches it to the shirt. Don't throw that away, Mom. I'll keep it. I'll keep it in my room. Now, you might be thinking that he has a room filled with trash and stuff, but he doesn't. He just keeps little things like this little medicine dispenser for a baby. I don't know what he's going to do with it. Maybe he's using it to give medicine to his stuffed animals. I don't know. But this is something he saves. Now, I didn't really think it was a big problem until the other day when I decided to go into this basket of his stuffed animals and clean it out. I just wanted to know if there were any other toys at the bottom and maybe some animals that we could give away. And when I got to the bottom, I found a pull-up that was used and had been used quite a while ago. He is completely potty trained, but at night he still needs to use a pull-up, just in case. Well, that night he apparently really needed to use it. Anyway, he took it off in the morning before I got up, and he stuffed it down in here with his animals. And by the time I found it, it was completely and totally petrified. All the little crystals in there had hardened up like a rock, so I had a rock pull-up. And it smelled like the worst subway ride I've ever taken. It was awful. And all of the animals smelled. These are not the animals that were in here with the pull-up, because most of those had to go in the trash. Big Bird, we lost Ernie's friend Bert. And we lost so many animals because there was no cleaning. We even lost a soccer ball because we couldn't get the smell out of the soccer ball either. Anyway, then I said, oh my gosh, you know, what's going on? And I asked him, and he just felt bad for the pull-up. He didn't want to throw it in the trash. So I went online to see, I'll Google it, and I'll see maybe I can figure out what it is. And that just reminded me, never Google anything that you're concerned about, because you're going to read the most horrible things like hoarding disorder, which he does not have. He doesn't hoard tons of stuff. And then there's hoarding food. He doesn't have take any food, so it's not about food. And then obsessive compulsive disorder, which one of my relatives is convinced that he has. He doesn't have that. Nothing else is neat, nothing's tidy, everything else is a mess. He just likes these few little things. So I'm going to go with what a couple of friends told me. Oh, it's normal when they're 4. And I'm just going to buy him a really nice special trash can for his room, and maybe if he has a really nice trash can, he'll put all these in there to save. And then I can get rid of them. I don't know. If you have any ideas, let me know.